While you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/WaterWave TV and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball when hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt, hands is itching. Damn.
Welcome back to a new WaterWave podcast. Today we got lost in Leon.
Yes, sir. Was heading in.
All the different types. What is the correct pronunciation so everyone knows?
For real. Everyone always says something different. It's Lost in Leon.
Leon.
Yeah.
There you go. Heard it here. How you been today?
Shit, I'm cool. I was motherfucking creating all morning. I've been making these masks.
Mm-hmm. The one that you came in wearing?
Yeah.
Or you create masks now?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I always have to create shit. So, like, me and my girl starting, like, a mask business. I'm just making, like, one-on-ones.
Just trying shit out for now.
Yeah,
You have, like, an embroidery machine, or how are you doing it?
Just a fucking sewing machine.
Sewing machine.
Got, like, rainbow stitching and shit.
That's cool.
But I made a fur one for a photo shoot that I was doing yesterday with Rob. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard.
What'd you do? Today's Monday. Did you do anything crazy this weekend?
Hell no. I've been binge watching Trailer Park Boys like crazy.
I watched that a while ago. I never really dove too deep into it, but I would watch it here and there.
Bro,
it's just a pretty good show.
Started from the beginning and watched all 12 seasons. It's worth it.
12
I'm doing
seasons?
a lap.
That's what I'm trying to do that with The Office again, but they took it off Netflix, so you can't.
Bro,
do it.
Hulu. That's where yeah.
Is it on Hulu? Is Office
I don't know.
On Hulu? I have Hulu too, so I don't know. I have to check. I've never seen it.
I watch How I Met Your Mother, like crazy. Like that's my favorite show. I've deadass seen that shit like 10 times over. Like every season, it's like 10 seasons too.
I'll have to dive into that one too. I've only seen that here and there, just on TV, late nights, whatever, when cable was still a thing.
That's like that turn it on and fall asleep show. Cause like I've seen every episode, so I don't miss shit. You know,
you can hear it and you can know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you have your phone hearing it in the background, but you know what the
I know no one
is.
ever watches it, so like I always make inside jokes like to people, and I say shit, and they just look at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, if you watched, you would get it. You'd be laughing too.
Well, welcome back to the WaterWave studio. You might be, I don't know, you might be the only person that has done now two videos in here, 2 interviews.
I haven't even done it like at this desk before.
Yeah, because we did the other one like when I didn't even have the equipment in here like that. Yeah. Because we used the phone as the microphone. We did it in the corner. But I don't know if anyone came in here and did 2 of them in this room. I've definitely done double podcasts with people like whatever a year ago and then again here, but not in this room. But we're here. You got an album coming on, or not an album. We discussed as a project before we started.
Yeah, we got
a project, an EP, something of those sorts. Maybe don't want to label it as the debut album just yet, but it's going to be called 4. I've seen a lot of people with the number 4 in their profile pictures. So can you tell the story behind the number 4 and why it's on everyone's Instagrams?
So my real name, I actually have the same name as my dad, my grandpa, and my great grandpa, so I'm the 4th. And I don't know, I have it tattooed on my arm, and like when I first started making music, I almost went by like the name 4, you know? And like that always just meant something to me, and I was like, well, because I dropped like a project probably in like 2017. I don't think it's out anymore, but that was when I was still like trying to find my sound. I didn't know how to mix. I mixed the whole thing myself. It sounded terrible, but like some people fucked with it, and enough for me to like keep doing this shit. And I mixed and mastered every song on this new album. So this one I'm confident about. I put the work in, and it was like tough because we got 14 songs on it, and I sifted through hundreds of songs because I could drop a song a day for like years right now.
Would you say 4 is like your spirit number?
Yeah.
Because I seen in the song you did with K-Camp, there was a number 4 in the background of the scene. I'm sure you remember that or noticed that. Was that intentional, or were you?
No, you're the second person to bring that up. That was like just a weird coincidence because he brought that up to me too, and he's like, it was a line in the stars or something. I was like, yeah, no, I was just 4 is just always like stood out to me. Like every time I look at a clock, like, and it's around that time, like it's always 444.
Yeah.
Like I always see like those weird numbers, or 222. I see a lot.
That's how I am with the number 14. I was born on like January 14th, so it's like 114 or 01114 or whatever. And then so I always see the number 14 everywhere, and I got that tattooed on me as well. But I remember I shot one music video. It was a very similar scene to what you did, with like the building numbers in the back, and it had the number 14, and that was the first music video I shot with Ouija, or like the second one. And he was also birthday was on the 14th of December, so it was like 14, 14, 14, and then the background of the music video, basically same. It was like at a truck stop or load-in area, same exact thing as you, and it was number 14. And I was like, damn, that's definitely interesting. But let's talk about like meeting K Camp. Is that song gonna be on the project?
Yeah,
okay.
We're putting that one on there as a bonus song. But otherwise, I don't think we've dropped any of the songs that we got coming out. Like I think 13 of them are new.
So yeah, like what was it like meeting him? Why did you choose that Gucci song? Was it like you made it and you're like, I want to get a good feature on this, or did you make that on the spot?
So how it went was Gucci was like deep in the vault, and I think what was it? You guys reached out to him, huh? And they sent him like, how many songs did you send him? Like 3, 4? And he chose Gucci. He was like, oh, that's the one. And then he sent a verse, and we didn't like say anything about it, I remember, because when we were at the video shoot, he was like, which version did you like? And then he sent another verse, because he's like, yeah, nobody said it was hot the first time, so like he said I want to do better. And then he sent the second verse, and that's the one that we went with. But no, because we went out to Atlanta, and we were out there, and he was cool about it, because we pulled up to the first scene that we did was like the red scene. Like it was like in a warehouse, but we pulled up over there, and then he just hopped out the car, and we had the Ferrari that we had out there, and then we like introduced ourselves to each other and shit, and then he had his girl there, and then my girl was there, and like we were just both sitting there taking pictures, and then we just kind of like looked at the situation, and we just like laughed, like, damn, everyone's girlfriend's really their personal photographer. Like, but no, he was cool. I was really just trying to like chop it up with him and just like pick his brain, because like, I don't know, it was like an opportunity thing. It's like, when am I going to be in the room with him again? But he ended up being cool, and like we still like keep in contact here and there, so he gave me access to a studio every time I go to Atlanta.
That's cool. Yeah, so you guys seem like you were gelling well in the music video, because I know I've definitely seen some music videos where people do features with bigger name artists, and either they're not in any scenes together, or they're the scenes that they aren't together, they're just kind of like dull.
It's funny too, because like I was nervous about it when we did it, and then he just like, hey, loosen up, like, come here, like, yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna bite you.
Why did you choose K Camp? Was that someone you've always wanted to work with, or was that was just someone you had good connections with, and you like knew his name was worth working with?
Well, out of the people that like we were looking at, he made the most sense, because he popped off with the Renegade song that he had on TikTok, and that's kind of where we were trying to like go with it, because
so his name was already like,
yeah, like
it was buzzing at the time,
and then you look at like his numbers, and like all of his songs that he has on YouTube all have over like 100 million. So it's like, okay, and for like what he really like hit us for, like it was worth it.
Yeah. So that song will be on the album 4. It's dropping Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Correct? May 5th, for all of you that don't know Spanish very well. 14 songs. What was the production like, and like the process behind making all the songs? How was like? You said you sifted through a lot, so it wasn't just you sat down and made 14 songs for the album, but
no.
How long has it been going for, in the process on it?
I'd say all the songs that are on it, I've been making probably like over like the last year. Yeah, because like that's when I really decided, like, okay, I'm in album mode. I'm gonna work on these songs, and I'm gonna try to like actually make a body of work that makes sense. So like I kind of did make the album in order. It was just like I made songs in between it that wasn't what I wanted on there, you know. So like it all came together, but I don't know, I feel like this album, I want to like walk them down, like, okay, like this is who I am, you know, and then this is how I came up, this is where I'm at, this where I'm headed, you know, because K Camp was that was like a really good opportunity, but that was like the tip of the iceberg. I've worked with other big artists since then, so now we got some shit in the vault, and we're just waiting for that time. But
what was
the rest
like?
of this year gonna be crazy.
How was the like production? And did you work with Yimmy a lot on that one?
Yimmy
on the
did.
album?
How many songs did you do on the project? Let me see. I could tell you.
Yeah, because I know. So, like, how long have you and Yimmy been working together? Has it been around a year?
It's been like 2 years now.
Has it been? So yeah. So basically, this is like a full year an album under the Yimmy management or whatever. I don't know if he got a branding behind it at all. The what? Perfect Noise. Yep, I did know that. I knew that name. So
yeah, it's funny.
Did you record most of this at Winterland, or you bounce around other studios as well?
Yeah, we did some in Atlanta. I did a lot at home. Winterland. Where else? Yeah. I was trying to think if I did any in Miami, but I made different songs in Miami. You got 4 on that. That's funny.
What other producers did you get to work with for this album?
Local like producers. I had Gary on here, Gary Gucci.
Okay.
You know what's funny about? Okay, so I have no idea what this man looks like. Kid. I have no idea how old he is. I don't know anything about Gary, but we're like that. like I'll text this man all the time, but I have no idea what he looks like. We have never met in person. I've invited him to so many studio sessions. Like, yo, come cook with me. And he'll be like, I got you on a pack. And then he'll send me like 20 beats. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Instead of just pulling up and making them.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you have a friend on Xbox that you've never met and you just talk to on Xbox.
Dead ass. Because like I play Madden like crazy. And that's how I make all my Xbox friends. Like people that like will beat me, I'll be like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna add you now because now I have like a rivalry with you because I'm really good at Madden. So when people beat me, I get mad. And there is this I lost really bad to a girl the other day, and she like ran me up like 60 points, and I was like, what the fuck, like I've never played anybody like this good in Madden. And I told my girl, I was like, damn, if I lose to this girl, I'm gonna be mad. She's like, what do you mean by that? And then she took the controller and she started talking to the girl. He's like, yeah, my boyfriend was saying that he's not gonna get beat by a girl, so I just wanted to say thanks for beating him. And then she's like, he put up a fight, he was nice though. I'm like, damn,
just made it even worse.
I swear to God.
Oh, other than producers, did you have any features on the album besides the K Camp one?
Or well, yeah, 3 with K Camp because I signed an artist. Her name's Lil Jodeci.
Okay.
And she's going crazy. Like, she's making like real records right now. Like it. That's what I liked about it though, because when I brought her in, I feel like she helped me finish the album because it like re-inspired me. Every time I hear someone like. Every now and then I'll meet someone that like humbles me, you know? Because I'll be like, damn, I'm the best in the city. And then like someone will play me some shit and I'm like, fuck, I gotta step up my game. Because like this is hot. Like that happened with me yesterday. You know, Just Jimmy? Yep. I was with him. He came in my shoot with me because I really fuck with him. He has like crazy creative like direction. And he showed me like 3 songs that he's been working. Do you know who Simon Hodap is? Mm-mm. He's one of the producers on the album too. He did Too Depressed, and I dropped that one already. If you guys heard that one, that was like rock song. That one was about my homie. He just died. But yeah, he did that one, and he's been working with Jimmy. And bro, he showed me that like some songs, and I was like, fuck, take me back to the studio.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Like, this isn't okay.
Jimmy does got some good songs. Bro,
he has shit that people haven't heard, and I thought he was like dope before, and now I'm like, you could go next. You could be the next one out of here overnight.
Basically, what is like the full? I know like not the meaning behind the name of the album, but like the like messages you're trying to portray in some of the songs. Like you said, how one of them was about your friend. Is there any other songs that like have like basically straight on meanings about an experience you had in your life or anything like that?
Yeah, there was like I don't know. A lot of them do. Here, what's the full track list? That's the old track list I was looking at. Like, I got this song called Traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still deciding if I want to put that one first or last, because that's important. That could, like, really make or break the album.
Mm-hmm.
But that song just kind of, like, walks it down. I'm like, okay, this is how I came up. This is why I am the way that I am, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got songs like Good to Be Home, where, like, I take, like, everything that I pretty much said and traumatized, and now I'm like, bitch, I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But, like, I don't know. There's, like, songs on the album, like, I had another homie who died, like, 2 years ago over north. He got shot in the head, and that was just some shit gone bad. But, like, 24, I talk about that. It's a song. I did that on my birthday, actually. That was a song that I wrote. It was, like, right before, like, the clock hit midnight. I was like, damn, I need to do a song. And then I made that song, and I was like, I just called it 24 because I turned 24.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I touch a lot of shit on. Leaving LA, that was kind of like, because I'm from California. So,
like, born and raised originally, and then you moved over here?
So I moved over here when I was like 10, and then I moved back over there when I was like 13, and then I moved back over here when I was like 15, 16, and then I moved back over there when I was like 19, and then I came back over here when I was like 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I just always bounced around, because
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Minneapolis now for like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, I came here in like 2019, like the end of 2019. Something like that.
Which is always a good thing. It's hard to like go back and forth from a lot of places. One, because you're like leaving some stuff behind if you actually are like moving.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you can travel as much as possible, just to like make connections. Like you said, you recorded some in Atlanta, and you know, if you've been in California a lot, like it just opens up so much new stuff and gives you new inspirations. And like you meet some artists and you're like, oh, I gotta go harder. I thought my shit was good. This person,
I know,
you know,
and
like,
that's like, because we just got back from South by Southwest,
mm-hmm.
and that opened up like my eyes to like a whole new market in Texas. I'm like, okay, like people are making way different shit out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the local people that are like on the come up over there, and then I met people from Florida. So like I got to go to Miami next month for like, I'll be there for like 2 weeks, and then there's this one artist who is with Empire that I met out there, and he's like, yeah, let's lock in. So now we're gonna do that. But like, we were standing in line getting food with like Tay Money. We were out there. We like looked over. My girl was like, "That's Tay Money." I'm like, "Oh shit, go say hi."
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. There's like random people walking around the whole time, because there was like Don Tolliver out there, and when we were at the Iceware Vezo at the
Mm-hmm.
Henny Fest, that was lit.
I've never been to South by Southwest before. I do want to go though.
It's
How
dope.
was it though? Like, because it's like multiple stages on like a strip of like
yeah, so
bars
like
and
it's like
clubs and
6th
stuff?
Street. They shut down, and every bar has like some sort of like event going on. And then I think the Henny Fest, we had to go a little bit out of the way for that because it was kind of like a festival. But everything there was Hennessy. I had Henny ice cream, and
Damn.
I got like lit off ice cream, and
That's crazy.
bruh,
Henny.
That was-
It was good.
bro, it was fire.
Was it like creamy? Like
it was
creamy
like a red
Hennessy, or was it
vel-
just straight Hennessy flavor?
No,
Like,
okay,
was it like
so
vanilla Henny?
I had it was like a red velvet cake, like ice cream, and it had like an actual cake in the middle that was soaked in Hennessy. But the ice cream was like Hennessy flavored too. But it was like so perfectly mixed that like you taste the Hennessy, but it doesn't give you chills. You know, like when you just drink straight Henny, I don't know. I know people who do it and like it doesn't bug them, but like every liquor bugs me. Like we're not supposed to drink it. It's not supposed to taste good to us, you know? But
that's different. I want to see where I can find that out here.
no, hold up.
Probably.
I could tell you the
probably
dude's
not even
name
allowed
because
out
I
here.
paid him on Cash App. What was it? They had like a whole business. It was like a food truck type thing. What day were we out there? What was it? March something? Oh, I think it was this Mud Shark. Is that his name? Mud Shark?
It's like his brand that does it. Was it like
Oh no, Michael Jackson. Here we go. Oh, that's funny. His name was Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had like this Henny business out there. I don't know if I have their card anymore, but that shit was crazy.
It does sound nice. One thing that's definitely sticks out for you compared to a lot of other artists, or I mean, a lot of people do it too, but like just having a good image online and doing professional photo shoots, caring about what you're wearing and everything you do, basically every time you publicize yourself. What's like your favorite shit to wear right now? Out of like,
I'm really into the master right now. I think just because like I got good at making them, so now I'm like, okay.
Like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
And you can make something that you're not going to see someone else be wearing or something.
Yeah, and that's how like I've based my entire fashion. Like, because when I was in like, I think halfway through high school, I stopped shopping at Zoomies, and I was like, no, I don't. Because every time I went to school, I'd see like 5 kids with the same shirt on as me, and I'm like, this isn't cool. I don't like this. I don't stand out, and like, I feel like that's why I was like destined to make music. I've always been trying to figure out how do I stand out. Even before like I was dead set on being a musician, I just always wanted to stand out. And I wasn't very good at sports, so I wasn't going to do it that way. And I was like, so I was like, well, I could be the best dressed. And so now I just really like I got put on to thrift shopping, and that was like, that was like my safe haven. I'm like, damn, the possibilities are endless here.
Yeah.
Because I could cut shit up, make my own shit, and like, I remember, what was it? I made these Fendi pants, and I got them for like $9, and I sold them for like 800, something crazy. But
yeah, that's what thrift shopping and like vintage shopping is what I've learned. It's like you don't need to spend a lot of money to have cool clothes, especially at the vintage shop or vintage fest we were at this past weekend. I see a lot of people that walk in this store all the time with crazy drip on, that's a $500 Bape tee,
and half the time they say they made that shit themselves.
And then you go to these vintage fests and you see people that just put together outfits of the most random shit, but it's fire. And I'm like, I know that outfit doesn't cost a lot because you probably found it at the thrift stores or whatever. You bought it, it's not designer. And it's like, it makes you like enjoy. It's like, damn, you actually put some thought in this, and this is you. You didn't just like, oh, I'm gonna find the most expensive shit that looks cool. Yeah. Like you kind of, just like putting together your own outfits, I think goes a long way. And especially just nowadays with how important it is to have like an image. Like you don't want to be wearing the exact same thing as the next rapper. Which is why you got the custom mask on. It's good.
And honestly, like, as far as like my style goes, I like the most plain fucking clothing ever. I just really stress like accessories and shit, like hats, masks, jewelry, motherfucking weird shit that I put around my shoes or like belts and stuff. Like that's what I stress, because like I'm cool in a white tee and like some black jeans, but give me I like shoes, and I just like weird shit. I like to add accessories.
If you had to get rid of one accessory that let's just say that you have on right now, it doesn't have to be that exact item, but let's say you could never wear earrings again, could never wear necklaces again, could never wear watches again.
I'm gonna get rid of my earrings.
Which one would you get rid of earrings?
Yeah, I had plugs, and I just took them out, and it took less than 24 hours for my holes to close. And that was wild.
Damn. Because I just put earrings in yesterday for the first time in like 6 months, and they just popped right in.
You still had holes? My ears like close every single time.
Damn.
Every time.
Yeah, I got lucky, I guess, because they just popped right in. What if you could only have one on? What would it be?
I feel naked without a watch. You ever forget your watch at home, and then it still feels like
that's
it's
how
there?
I felt when I was wearing mine for a while. But now that's me with like rings. I don't have it on right now because I've been doing work in the store. But like I like to like I have 1 or 2 rings on that if I don't have it on, it just feels like my hand's too light. Like
I usually have more rings on, but my dog got me earlier, so I'm like,
so
he got me like riding the crease of my finger too. So like every time I move my hands, it resplits and starts bleeding again.
Oh, that's annoying. What genre would you put your music in, or at least this album in? Like when you submit it to distribution companies, your distribution company, are you hitting like what category are you hitting? It's mainly hip hop.
Yeah.
So you definitely have a mix of it's like pop rock and like hip hop and a bunch.
See, I
try bunch of shit.
I wish there was like a genre called hip hop, because
it is.
That's mostly what it is.
It is called hip hop.
And like honestly, hip hop is just pop now, because like it's the popular.
You can tell that it's changed so much, because like in the Grammys they have like the melodic rap categories now, and then they have like just normal rap categories and shit like that. So like it definitely is like a whole. They definitely had to restructure the.
See, I'm trying to be like the artist
genres.
though, where I could have a song nominated in every single genre. Because
like, you mean you could have that? Not one song could fall under all the genres, but you could have 5 different songs that fit 5 different genres. Type thing.
And like, because I get into this argument with people all the time, but like me and one of my homies like agree on this like for sure. But X would have been the biggest artist right now if he was still alive, because he was like a Swiss Army knife of an artist. Like, he touched every single genre, and like I always say he would have been bigger than Drake is right now. Like, at least beating him on the billboards. Because like, think about his projects. When he made, like, he came out with Look at Me, had a terrible mix, but people loved it. And that created a whole lane in itself of like, okay, fuck what the mix sounds like, let's just get the shit out there. And like, then you came into like, that merged with like the goth boy clique shit that Lil Peep was doing at the time, and then that created a whole nother like subgenre of hip-hop. And then he went and did like pop songs, and then he did that Spanish song with the what was it called? It's like, I don't even speak Spanish, LOL. And like, just all of his bodies of work. And then you listen to like 17, when he like really broke it down and just had like naked songs with just a guitar, and he was like singing. He was singing better than like people who use autotune very frequently, like, and he was doing that shit. So like, I really think he would have been the biggest artist right now.
Is he someone that you kind of looked up to in making music?
Honestly, not even in like a sense like that. Some of his songs like did inspire me in a way, but like, I don't know. I always look at people that I'm around, or people where I feel like I've gotten like a sense of who they are. Cause like, there's people that like inspired me in like music that a lot of people haven't even heard of. And like even this morning I woke up and like one of my favorite songs of all time is a song called Love Me to Death by a dude named Jez Dior. I think he was signed to like Steel Wool under Epic. But like, I wake up and I play that song sometimes when I need to like get back in my mode, because like that song's like 10 years old now, but at one point that's what made me want to make music, you know. And like, even like local people, like I've gotten to know Nimic really well, and Revy, but like she, like I talk to her all the time now, and she gives me like the biggest pep talks ever, and then I go in the studio and I make some crazy shit. So I'm really looking forward to working with her when she comes back this way, or I'll come out to LA and I'll pull up on her. But when she starts making music again, like, me and her are gonna make something crazy.
That'll be dope. Like, yeah, I just seen that she's taking a break or something right now, to like a mental break. But that's how I feel sometimes. You definitely just need to take a little break from chasing your dreams. I wouldn't like, not even like a break to where you even put it to the side. Like, she's definitely still thinking about it and like plotting on what she's gonna do when she comes back. She's still dropping
too. Like, I feel like
you just sometimes you just gotta take a break from like the physical aspect of it, of actually working.
Cause like, she's been in Gomo for years. Like, she's been consistent. But like, just getting to know her as a person, and like past she was signed to Def Jam, she was, you know, and like after all that, like once I got to know her genuinely, I was like, damn, you inspire me. And then like, even like just being a part like of Casey's writing camp and like pulling up on his studio sessions, like I would always leave those sessions and go straight to the studio, even if it was like 4 a.m, because I'm like, damn, just re-inspired every single time. And like, even Casey's cool. Me and him are supposed to work soon too, and like once those records like come out, those are gonna be crazy. Cause like, I respect their like creative sides. That's why I fuck with Jimmy so much, cause like, it's authentic. It doesn't sound like anyone, and that's how I try to be. Cause like, all these people give me inspiration to like create new sounds, and I just want to be like a versatile artist, like how I see the people around me. Cause like, they're doing crazy things. I feel like it's like a healthy competitiveness, cause like I want to one up them, and then I want to see them one up me so that I could be re-inspired to one up, you know?
Yeah.
And like, that's why I really fuck with like what you guys do. Like, I go to the shows and they always have a good turnout. It makes me like, oh shit, I want to start a platform, you know? I want to do this, and we got one in the works actually. Okay. And that's gonna be lit because I want to like provide a platform like how you guys are for like the people that don't get radio play, for the people that should be on but aren't, you know?
I feel that. What's some advice you would give to new artists that are kind of lost in their first year of making music, trying to figure what the fuck out to do?
Practice makes perfect. Because like my songs weren't good at one point, you know, and now I feel like there's nobody I can't compete with. But like it was all just repetition, and like don't always listen to what your friends say, because like sometimes my friends would be like, nah dog, that's not it, stick to rapping, don't sing. I learned how to sing, you know? And just don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Don't let anyone stand in the way of something that you actually want to do. If you want to sing and you aren't good at it now, you can be. I mean, there's some people that are like really tone deaf, and maybe that's not for you, but like if you work at it enough, it could be. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So like do that shit yourself. Just you get out of it what you put in. So like if you're not the hardest worker, you're not going to be the hardest artist, you know? If you're not consistent, you're going to see fluctuations in your analytics, you know? You might be hot one month, but if you don't follow it up and you go into hiding and you're not at least a little bit consistent, people forget, because like people's attention spans are microscopic these days. Yeah. Someone's hot every day. Like I just discovered who Yeet was, and like now he's all over my timeline. Never heard of him before, but like he's the new thing. I looked at the charts, he's on it. I'm like, okay, where are you from? Let me find out more about you. And like that could be anyone.
Literally. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we send it off?
By the time this comes out, the project should be out, so go stream 4, because I feel like that's going to be a good intro to like who Lawson Leon is as an artist, and definitely stay tuned for more projects because I got a lot.
Yeah, as I said, do we want to drop this the day after the project? Day of? Cool, yeah, so go stream the project. It should be out now.
It drops today, bitches.
So go stream that. Go stream Forward, Lost in Leon. Check it out. Got a song on there for you somewhere. That's a nice thing about having a lot of songs. Like I'd say 14 I'd say it's a lot, but it's like it's not too much. But like Trayson was dropping an album this Friday and he has 20 songs on it. So it kind of gives you like the room of like someone doesn't have to like every song on it, or like
there's a song for everyone for sure.
Yeah, so like you just like there may be 7 songs on your album that I may not play in the car, but there'll be 7 that I will, and that's 7 more than I would have yet the day before it came out. So it's like you don't even need to every song doesn't need to reminisce with everybody. So it's always good to put as much as you can, but not overdo it too, because you don't want people to miss those gems in there as well.
But we're definitely doing a release party. I'm waiting back to hear on it today, but
cool. Well, if we got the flyer for it or anything before this gets finalized editing, we'll make sure Jackson puts it up there. Jackson,
I'm trying to get a bunch of vendors, so if you guys want to pop out and do a pop-up.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I know we got a few things going on for day events these next couple weeks. It's about to be spring jam time for the colleges, so we're gonna try to make our laps around, try to do some shit. But yeah, appreciate you coming in. Make sure you guys stream the album for Lost in Leon. Where can they follow you at?
Find me on Instagram at Lost in Leon, Twitter at Lost in Leon. I just created a new Twitter.
That's good. You got to get in there before Elon Musk buys. You know he's about to buy it. Elon Musk's about to buy it.
I thought they finalized it already.
Yeah. It's happening. That's crazy. $48 billion. Damn.
Netflix is about to crash though.
48 billion. That's gonna be huge for like the metaverse shit. I already know, because like just like having like all that info and everyone signed in and having an account on your website, like it'll be able to just do one flip of a switch and it'll be like, oh, all of you guys are a member of my metaverse universe or some shit. Like it's gonna be that quick of a switch.
See, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait for Netflix to make it where people can't share their passwords because their stock's gonna crash.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna get pissed. They're gonna because they said
because they already upped they upped the price of it.
And they're supposed to lose like 2 million subscribers. Buy that stock. They're gonna do something eventually, and it's gonna come up a little bit. Cause like, what you gonna lose to Hulu? Apple's trying to do the shit with the NFL right now. Like that's gonna.
Everybody's partnering up.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of crazy. Even like Amazon has like the TV. Amazon bought a TV network or something, and it's one of the ones that like I think they're gonna have an NFL game once a week, or like Thursday Night Football is gonna be Amazon Prime or some shit like TV or some shit like that. So I saw.
Are there any trillionaires out there right now?
Not in the United States. Yeah, like one of those, one of the places we get oil from or gold from or something. Yeah, they probably have multi-trillionaires out there.
Hey, is it true at the Mayo Hospital they got like special floors for royalty and shit?
I have no clue.
I heard that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard they got like rooms like on floors that you can't get to in the elevator for like only royalty, like classified floors.
That's where they be drinking the blood that gets donated.
I swear to God.
All right, we're getting a little too deep at the end of this one. But subscribe, like, share this. We got more podcasts on the way. We're always dropping them at least once a week. So
see, that's the snippet right there for the interview. Bloodsuckers at Mayo.
Be careful where you're donating your blood to. You don't know where it's going all the time.
The Red Cross is a lie.
Oh, now we're getting demonetized. Now it's getting taken down. But yeah, subscribe, like, share. Come check out our shop, 1521 Como Avenue Southeast. Shoes, vintage, hype, studio booking, waterwavetv.com. Follow him, follow us. Link in description below. And yeah, we out. Peace.